Hey guys, what's up? Disney Nuts here. As you guys can see, I'm here at Epcot, and today I'm going to show you 6 of my favorite spots around the World Showcase to shoot Illuminations. At each of the pavilions, I'm going to show you 2 spots, okay? So it's going to be a total of 12 locations where you can shoot Illuminations from. Let's go inside, I'll show you. Now, if you walk into the World Showcase and you take a right, this is the first pavilion that you're going to find, which is the Canada Pavilion. And to see the spots we're going to be shooting from, we're actually going to go into the entrance of Les Celliers. So let's go inside and check it out. And these gardens are always beautiful to photograph. If you got a chance to shoot it and be able to take some night shots from this as well, it's always awesome. And this location as well, if we shoot in that direction, you get some really good shots. And there's even like a little house back there. And we're coming up on Les Celliers, which is an awesome restaurant, probably one of my top favorite restaurants. Okay, so we're coming up on the location. And it is right where this rock is, okay? And you can set up your tripod right here. And the good thing is that you got the fireworks exploding right over here, over this area over here. Now, the only downside of this spot is that you will miss the fireworks or the stuff that's starting up on the bottom, like the water fountains that show up at the beginning. You won't be able to see it from this location. And sadly, you won't be able to see some of the stuff that's shooting off from the sides of the pavilions, like the final blast that come up from the sides. You won't be able to see it from here, but this is a good spot if you want to practice your fireworks and be uninterrupted. This is the first spot I would recommend. And again, this is the Canada Pavilion, and this is how a picture looks. Let's talk about the second spot here at the Canada Pavilion. So once you exit the Les Celliers entrance / exit that we just came in, we're going to go all the way over here. We're going to see this walkway, which is the ramp to get into the inside of the pavilion. You can also take the stairs over there, but this one's fine as well. Okay, so we're going to walk up here and show you the spot. It's right here on the edge of the staircase, and it is right here. Okay, so you just park right here, and the cool thing of this spot is that you got all this view, and even if there's people filled up in that area, you're actually going to be shooting over them. And you can see right now, you can actually even see the barges. So this is probably one of the best hidden spots, to be honest with you, that I always tell people to shoot. And this spot, you got to get here a little earlier because it fills up pretty quick. But again, I'm here at the Canada Pavilion, and this is probably one of my favorite spots to shoot from. Okay, this is how the photos look. Okay, so we just came over the bridge, and you can see we got France right here on this side, and this is one of the spots that I recommend always everybody to shoot from, which is right from over here on the other side. And the reason for that is that you're going to be able to get the illuminations in a nice angle, because as you can see, the barges are over here. So if you're over there, and we're going to go walk over there now so you guys can see it, you can get a pretty nice wide angle shot of all the fireworks happening and all that stuff. Okay, so let's walk over there actually. And this spot is usually pretty tight. You can only probably fit one person in here, but it's great if you get the chance to shoot from here, because once you are forward, which is right here, look at the view that you guys get. And again, the barges are right here. That's the barge of the fire right there in the middle. So you can get a really good shot here. Now, talking again about this spot here in France, if you're brave enough to put your tripod up here, more power to you, but I wouldn't do it. What I like to do is I put the tripod on the bottom here, and I lean it from this side, and that way I get the camera shooting at an angle over there. I've seen people who put the tripod up here, and I won't do it, I'm sorry. Not me. Okay, let's head over to the next spot here in the France Pavilion. Okay, this other spot is great when there is actually topiary areas, because if you're going to shoot this without the topiary areas, what you'll get is the fountain. You'll get some nice shots with it, but I think it's the topiary areas that make the shot pop. Okay. Okay, as you can see, we got the topiary areas from Belle and the Beast, and that is what we want to include into the frame. So to be able to get that shot with Illuminations in the background, I'm going to show you where we're going to park. We're actually going to go right here. Okay? And that way you got Beauty and the Beast, and the fireworks will be coming up over here. Now you don't want to get too much in an angle, because what's going to happen is the fireworks are going to show up behind the building and you won't be able to see them. Okay? So this one you got to do pretty close, pretty tight. Okay? And that's the second spot from here from France. Okay, another bonus spot here at the France Pavilion is actually right here. And this spot here is actually where you can get the gardens and you can get the fireworks exploding all the way on the top. It's not one of my favorites because the fireworks are going to be so far away, and you have to sort of like compensate, just, you know, allowing that to happen because you want to get the flowers and these plants in the shot. Here's how it looks. Okay, so we're at the next pavilion, which is actually the Japan Pavilion, and a couple of good spots here where you can actually shoot illumination from. One is actually from right down here, so if you're able to get a good spot and you're able to get here early, you can park there and shoot the fireworks and have Spaceship Earth right dead center in the middle of your frame. Okay, so the next one, which is actually, I think, probably the most common one that everybody has seen, is from this balcony right here. And that corner spot is the primo location where you can get literally everything. You can get the stuff on the bottom, you can get the stuff on the top, and it's an awesome spot to park. And it's always great to practice as well. So if you got a chance, head up there and check it out. Let's head over there. Now, contrary to what people think, is you can actually get up on this balcony. You don't actually need to go into the restaurant. The balcony is open towards everybody. So you can walk up here and you don't have to have any reservation or anything like that. Just like they walked up from this side, you can walk up from the other side as well. And here is the spot. Right here. Okay. Now, people would want to park right here, but actually the fireworks come up in this direction. Okay. And the cool thing of this spot that you can actually take up any of these locations and you'll still get a good viewing of all the fireworks, because the fireworks are going to come up right over there. You can see the barges. Okay. So this is probably one of the primo locations. Let me show you another location, which is actually right here behind us. Okay, another really good location is actually here on the staircase, which I've shot many times, and it's really good in this spot. And the advantage of this spot is that you can actually come here at the last moment and you don't have to worry about being filled up or anything. So we're going to park right here and put the tripod on some of the steps, one step and one on the other, and you're going to shoot that way. This is how the photo looks. Now, note that I did shoot this with a wide angle lens, because if you shoot with a regular 17 to 55 regular lens, you will not get the roof up here on the top. You'll just get this part forward. So you got to make sure you shoot with a wide angle lens. And a fisheye would probably be a little too wide. So okay, we're here at the Italy Pavilion now, and I'm going to show you a couple of places where you can shoot illuminations from. For me, the best places that you can shoot them actually is, there's one on the inside and there's one on the outside. Now, sadly, the outside, I cannot go over there because it seems like there's a special event going on. Let me flip it around. So we can't go over there, but I'll show you the shot, how it looks. The other one is actually back here because we get this tower inside the frame. Whoops, sorry. Hit a kid on the head. So here's another really good spot actually, but it's actually closed right now, but it's right over there. You shoot right across from the poles right there, and you will able to get illuminations pretty cool because you can see all the barges are right there. Sadly, I can't go there because, as you can see, it's closed and there's a cast member. So anyway, here's how the photo looks if you're able to get into that area. Okay, as we walk into the Italy Pavilion here into the back, here's the spot that I always recommend people to shoot it from, which is, it's really nice because you don't actually have people here bugging you or anything. You can actually set up a tripod, a small little tripod right there, and you shoot this way. And you get all the structure and all this fun stuff inside the frame. Okay, so that's the one inside the pavilion. Here's how the shot looks. Okay, so I'm here hanging out with Snow White. You can see she's right here behind me, and we're just about to go into the German pavilion. And there's two spots here that I recommend that you can shoot the fireworks from. One is right here, actually next to the handicap seating. And there's a space right over there between the tree and the rope that you can actually stand, and they won't tell you anything. The other area across the rope where I'm standing right now will be sadly reserved, so you won't be able to make it into this area. Okay, as we head into the German pavilion, we're actually going to go all the way onto the inside and to the left side. And the reason for that is that if we actually stand right in the middle, we will not see the fireworks. And I'm going to show you once we get there. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can see what I mean. Now I'm going to turn around, and you're going to probably say, well, why don't you just park in front of the fountain? Well, the problem is that the fireworks come up on that side, so you won't be able to see them if you're standing dead center in the middle. But if you stand right over here where this trash can is and where these guys are eating, I think you'll be rude of asking for a bite. So if you park there and you look this way, the fireworks are going to be coming up right here, and you'll get all this awesome structure, and the photo will come out really cool. Uh-oh, hopefully he's not looking at me. Okay, so a question that you're probably wondering is, why don't I mention any of the spots that are here that are right across these fences and you got awesome views of the fireworks? Well, I personally like to shoot the fireworks where I have something inside the frame, and it can be either a building, a tree, something that gives it magnitude. For example, let's say you're shooting a set of clouds. Unless you put something like a building in something, the clouds just look empty, and they look really shallow. They don't really show, you don't even know how high those clouds are. But when you add something like a building or a tree, or even a side of some stuff into your pictures with the fireworks, it really brings out how big the fireworks are, okay? So that's my first tip that I always tell everybody. Try to put something inside the frame. It doesn't matter if it's a chair, a side of the building, a tree, something that gives it a little bit more magnitude, and actually it fills up the frame much better, okay? So let's head over to the next pavilion. Okay guys, if you recognize the structure behind me, you know we're actually in the China Pavilion. Okay, so let's head over to one of the spots that I like to shoot it from. And this place is pretty tricky because you got some of the structures are going to be blocking some of the lower fireworks. So if that's okay with you, it's a good spot to shoot from. Let me flip the camera around so I can show you what I'm talking about. So here I am in the same spot, and this is awesome to include in your frame. Now we're going to be standing a little farther, so the fireworks actually will be coming up over here. But when we step a little farther back, you'll see that all the structure over here is going to be blocking the bottom fireworks. So if that's okay with you and you don't mind that, I'm going to show you the spot here which you can shoot it from. Okay, so we're in the back part of the China Pavilion, as you can see, and this is where we're going to park for the pretty good fireworks, actually right here, okay? Because that's where we actually get a really nice view of the water and of the structure over here that will come out inside of the fireworks shot. Now again, the only bad thing of this spot, and I'll be honest with you, is that you will not see the bottom fireworks. You only get really the end and some of the stuff which is really high, which are the high exploding ones. But the ones that are low and all the fire stuff that shows up at the beginning, you will not be able to capture because there's just, you got too much stuff here happening. But the high ones are really great because you'll be able to get the reflections on the water. Here's how the shot looks. Okay, before we leave the China Pavilion, I want to show you a little secret here. There's actually a spot right here, and I'm going to just walk a little bit more, a little more, a little more, a little more. That's okay. Which is right here. if you got the ability to park here, which is really cool, you'll actually see the Star Wars fireworks exploding right over here over the USA Pavilion. Let me show you a photo how it looks. Now you would think that standing behind Anna and Elsa over there, you'd probably get a good shot of the Illuminations because it's coming up right over here. Wrong. Actually, I tried it once and it was terrible. And the reason for that is that okay, that's great, but when you get to here, you got all these trees and all these leaves, and what happens is that it makes the fireworks looks too cluttered and too busy. It's just a bad option. Okay, anyway, I took the shot for you guys. Here how it looks. Okay, we're done, finally. Okay guys, so that's a wrap here from Epcot. Hopefully you like those locations which I'm recommending to shoot Illuminations. Please try them out. And if you got any other better spots or suggestions, comments, or stuff like that, feel free to leave it underneath the comments below. And again, thanks for watching. And until then guys, stay awesome.